I knew there was something special about Luma Island when I first set eyes upon this gorgeous little game, and I can't stop playing. Luma Island is no doubt one of my favorite games of 2024, and after over 50 hours of gameplay, I made a list of my top 16 Luma Island tips and tricks to help new players understand the game basics and discover secrets that make the game more fun and efficient. Use the chapters below to hop to the sections you need, or just sit back and relax and let me show you around Luma Island. Let's go. Tip number 1 is upgrade your tools, and this is one of the most important tips as stronger tools will make a huge difference in reducing the resource grind. Go to the anvil in town and use your resources to upgrade each of your 5 tools through 5 levels within each of the 4 tiers, beginning with copper and then iron, moonstone, and volcanic as you unlock other biomes. The whip and the pickaxe are definitely worth focusing on for mining rocks and ore and fighting ghosts or spiders in the caves. And remember, you can turn on arachnophobia mode to change the spiders into ghosts. Let's go ahead and upgrade our level 5 moonstone fishing rod to a level 1 volcanic rod. This would be especially important for those who choose fishing as their profession. Tip number 2 is going to be your books. You will find 20 different books which you are going to turn in here. There are 20 in total, 6 books per biome except for the farm. Books 1 and 2 are going to be your farm books. I still have 1 to find on the farm. I've just been lazy about that one. Books 3 through 8 are found in the forest. 9 through 14 in the mountain. And then 15 through 20 in the jungle. Some bonus tips that go along with the books. One is going to be these decorative objects like the fountain and the lights and this bicycle over here and that lamppost right there. If you might be playing with some other friends, you see them have these lampposts and you're wondering how did they get those? That will unlock with the books. So if you look at my build menu here, almost all of these in miscellaneous, you get unlocked once you have found the corresponding books. So don't despair if you don't have these yet. You're just going to have to find the books and then those will be unlocked. And another thing about the lights, aside from looking really cute, you can interact with them and change the color. How cool is that? I think there's about 5 or 6 colors, depending on the type of ambiance you like. I enjoy the yellow. And you can put them as well as pretty much anything. You can expand your farm throughout this whole biome. You can build almost anywhere. That's really cool. So you don't have to stick with this beginner area right by your camper. Even though I did, it just kind of happened and I'm really happy here and I really don't want to move all this. Look at this. It's so beautiful. The lighting is probably my favorite decorative item. And I still have, 6 or 7 books to find. So I'm anxious to see what else I might unlock. Tip number 3, making money. The best way to make money is going to be to complete the quests for your profession. I'm on my last set of quests. Up there it says I have to brew a special elixir. I did choose brewer and I absolutely love brewer. I'm so glad I didn't go with fishing like I did in the demo. I'm just not really a fan of that fishing game repetitively, but brewer I've had so much fun with. Basically, I farm and then I brew things in these little casks here. And each one of these, take a look. Look at how much. This one sells for $4,100. I have 3 of them, $4,400. Actually, let's go sell these. I'll show you how much I'm going to make from my elixirs, my alcohol. Let's be real. I'm selling alcohol. And if we go down here, let's look at how much I have right now. I only have 1,000 coins because I've been spending it on lots of things for my farm, as you'll see it shortly here. But we're going to sell everything. Let's see how much I get. We have 5 bottles of this, 3 of that. Holy cow, that was 62,000. Look at that. Oh, and by the way, there is an undo button down on the bottom left. If you accidentally sell something and then you have seller's remorse, you can get it back. But that was so much money. But follow the quests you have for your profession. That's how you're going to make your money. And remember, you can have more than one profession. All you have to do is go to the town hall and you can pick a second profession for 500 gold. I believe your third profession costs a ton more, like maybe 10,000. Don't quote me on that. And another quick moneymaker aside from your profession is, look back here. There is a cow back here. This is not your cow, but all you have to do is take some hay, feed the cow, and you can do this once a day. Every day, this cow will give you 5 jars of milk. I have 54 milks. Now, only 1 or 2 of these is from my cows because I just got my cows, but each one of these sells for 100. Number 4 are the shops. As you explore and discover things in the different biomes, new items will unlock in the shops. And we'll talk more about the seeds specifically later, but you can buy seeds and animals and fertilizer from this shop. If you need wood, you can always buy it from the lumberjack. And then your stone, your ore, that's going to be at the stonemason shop here. And you can buy torches here too. So this will just save you some of the grind. And speaking of grind, I do want to note there was a huge update right around Thanksgiving time, and the grind has been greatly reduced. And also enemies are easier to kill, and you will find fewer enemies in the mines as well. And this has made Luma Island for me so much more relaxing and chill than it already was. So just want to throw that out there if you haven't played in a while. Tip number 5, the Mr. Truffles mushroom shop locations. Here on the farm, this is where you will find it. You are in the northeast by the pond. This is where you'll find Mr. Truffles shop. And in the forest biome, it is going to be in the southwest by this pond right here. You're just going to come down right here, and there it is. The mushroom shop in the mountain is located in the far east center area of the map. You'll see these 2 water sources here with these little rocks sticking out. You have the waterfall. And then here is your mushroom shop. Yes, I know you have a chest for me. Thank you so much, My Little Pony. And in the jungle, it's going to be in the southeast. And you will find it right across this really cool bridge, which you will have to build. You'll need some materials to get through here. So keep that in mind and come prepared. And those are the 4 locations of your Mr. Truffles mushroom shops. He sells the finest shrooms in Luma Island. Tip number 6 is the witch's shop. And this one I'm putting in its own tip because it's kind of easy to miss. It is up here on the northwestern corner of your town. You'll see this little purple house, and it's actually a shop. And at least for my profession, I need a ton of berries. So if you need berries or mushrooms or flowers, the kind that you harvest around the different biomes, but you just need a ton of them, you can come up here to buy them. And another little bonus tip, if you are in need of resources that respawn at a certain time of day, such as the berries and the flowers, mushrooms, that sort of thing, I suggest going resource hunting in the middle of the night, like maybe right now or early in the morning, because once 8 a.m. hits, everything that you just harvested in whatever biome that you're in, it's going to reset if it's a 1-day respawn item. When I go berry harvesting, as soon as the clock hits 8 a.m., actually, let me go and show you. We're right here by the mountain. Here it is, 9 a.m. the next day, and all of these berries I picked yesterday when I was in here showing you where the mushroom shop was located. So if you need any items that respawn daily, like these mushrooms or the berries... Oh gosh, there's a bear. Crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think he smells us. Oh, come on. My Little Pony's gonna give it away, all right? Oh no, this is not good. I'm just trying to film a video, Mr. Bear. All right, he's off our tail now. But here's another example. All of these right by the cable car entrance. I picked them yesterday. Now the trees will take some more days to respawn, and there's plenty of trees. But the berries, these flowers, it basically gives you double the haul if you can time it right before it resets. So that's just a little bonus tip there. Number 7, your crop seeds. Of course, you can come to the shop here and buy your seeds. And when you begin, this is going to be very bare bones. You're going to have to grow the lower tier crops before the other ones will unlock. You will need to buy multiple seeds and replant them if you just have regular seeds, except for your grapes. They will reseed. They're just going to keep growing on the vine here after I harvest it. And your hot peppers. And then also the kiwi. I kind of have my kiwis hidden over here. There's my kiwi fruit, and it's on the vine. So that's going to regrow. As far as I know, those are the only vine crops, plant crops that will regrow. Unless you have the Everseeds, which we'll talk about here shortly. But then, of course, your trees, like your apple trees, those will regrow. Your cherry trees, your orange trees, the star fruit over here, you don't have to buy more seeds of those. If we look at my seeds here, for example, we have our eggplant. Here's the regular seed. And then here's the Everseed. Look at the price difference, 20. This one's worth 200. The Everseeds will reseed themselves. So once I harvest these eggplants, which I'm going to use my hoe because you have a better chance of getting Everseeds and a larger harvest if you're using your hoe. And by the way, you can hold down your button and charge up your hoe and get up to 9 at once. And also, another tip, as far as I know, you can only get Everseeds from regular crops. I've never gotten an Everseed from an Everseed crop. And you can tell which of my eggplants were Everseeds. These two right here, because the seed stayed and then these others weren't. But listen as I'm harvesting, and with the hoe, you'll often get extra harvest. Did you hear that? It's almost like a little glurp glurp, and I got 2. So use your hoe, charge your hoe up, and you have a chance to get Everseeds. Let's do a little bit more harvesting. I want to see if we can get some Everseeds. And remember, once you have the crop, you can also go to Mr. Truffle Shop and buy the Everseeds there. Oh wow! I just got a random Everseed from chopping down a fern. And just to show you, I came to the jungle. We're in Mr. Truffle's shop again, and here are the Everseeds. Now, I don't believe I have any Everseeds yet, so this might go to prove my theory that once you grow the crop, you can then buy the Everseeds here. They are going to cost you your, I believe those are nature tokens, and I'm just going to buy as many as I can. I ran out of tokens, but I will come back. And I'll also be using my hoe to increase my chance of getting more of the Everseeds. Tip number 8 is crop watering. Water your crops in the morning, and for the most part, they seem to stay saturated for the entire day. Now, when you can, buy the blueprint for these small sprinklers. There's a large sprinkler blueprint as well, but it's really expensive. I don't have that yet. That's going to be my next goal. But this will water, I think it's a 9x9 area, something roughly like that. And they save so much time if you have a relatively large-sized farm like I do. I guess mine's pretty medium-sized. But water in the morning, and also a neat thing you can do with the sprinklers. Let me show you over here. This sprinkler right here, I have my mountain fertilizer. You can just load up your sprinkler with your fertilizer. Look at that. And then watch this. As I go over here and harvest my cocoa tree, actually, let's just harvest a bunch. Watch how it's going to replenish the fertilizer. See? We'll do it again. There goes the fertilizer. So what I have done is I have my almond trees, and then I have the smaller kiwis in the next row. And then this row here, I have my cocoa tree. And then I have another row of the shorter kiwis, because you can walk right through these. And I did the same thing over here with my apple trees. This all will take farm fertilizer. I don't know why I have forest fertilizer in there. And watch how the trees are turning green. So it's automatically distributing that fertilizer, and it will do so as you harvest it. Did you see that? Look at that fertilizer just fly out of there. So try to group your crops in terms of what fertilizer they take. These all take farm fertilizer. These over here take the mountain. I have my cherries, my star fruit, and my peppers. This all uses the forest fertilizer, which I actually need to replenish soon. And then here I staggered. I have tree, I have a row of the short pepper plants, another row of trees, and then some more short peppers. Number 9, the bees and your beehive. I have a beehive over here, and look at the honey. There's some fresh honey for us. I don't know if you use that in recipes. I'm guessing you do. I haven't run across those yet, but you can sell it. And you're going to need the beehive for some of your crops. I'll tell you those in a minute. But how you get the beehive is you unlock the blueprint. You're going to have to buy that. And then you're going to have to find some bees. And they will be in random places, various biomes. I've seen them in the farm. I've seen them in the mountain. When you catch a bee, use your net. And then you can buy more in the farm shop if you want more. I don't even know if you need more. But once you have bees and you have your beehive, you can put it on your farm and then they will make honey for you if they are within a radius of crops. Now, there are some crops that need the bees to pollinate them. And those are going to be pumpkins, which that's what you see right here. Cocoa, coffee beans, potatoes. Those I have over here with a different hive because remember it has to be within the radius just like the sprinklers. So again, that's pumpkins, cocoa and coffee beans, potatoes, mango and watermelon. I don't have mango and watermelon or coffee beans yet, but you're going to need to have your beehives within the vicinity of those if you want them to grow. Otherwise, they're just not going to grow, kind of like if you don't have fertilizer for them. Plus, honestly, I think the beehives look pretty darn cute, don't they? I like them. Tip number 10, pathing. If you don't have a profession that will let you grind your own gravel, you can come and buy some. You have 3 different types of paths currently in the game. You can use grass paths, and that's where you'll need your hay. You can use sand, which you can get for free from the beach. I'll also show you another way in a second. And then you have your gravel. And the gravel one, you're just going to set it right down. It helps to prevent the grass from growing through. Sometimes I've had weeds and grass still go through, but it kind of slows it down. And then you have your sand paths, and this is not going to be as dense as the gravel. So the grass will come up through there, and you can even go along and put another layer on there. And then for the grass, let's say you accidentally plow, because if you use your hoe a lot, if you do a lot of hoeing, you're going to accidentally plow some ground and you don't want it plowed. So you're just going to drop the grass, drop your hay right on top of the plowed ground, and that is going to cover it. You can do the same over the sand and the gravel. If you're tired of going to the beach to get your sand, what you can do is, this only works for the short term. I think it kind of goes away after a while, but put down 2 little handfuls of sand and then get out your pickaxe. Watch this. You now have a sand pit that you can put anywhere on your farm. Unlimited sand. Now, yes, you can do the same thing at the beach, but if you don't want to walk down there, if you're too lazy, just keep some sand in your pocket, drop it on the ground, and then you can get sand anywhere. And if you need a lot of glass or you use a lot of sand for your pathing, this comes in handy. And I can just leave that there. It'll eventually grow over in grass. Number 11 are your Lumas. Those are those cute little guys that, well, my little pony right here is a Luma. They will help you dig up treasure, and you also can get Luma energy from them if you feed them. Let me show you the trough over here. And if you open it up, you can put the Luma food in here and you can feed your farm animals as well. So once a day, your Luma can either be hand-fed or fed in here, and they will give you Luma energy. And then you also can get a second one from each of your Luma through petting them. See the Luma energy I'm getting? And you will need that energy to make various recipes. I use it in my brewing, and I would imagine the other professions might need it as well. And another little tip is, if you don't know why you just can't get that pet prompt, like when I have my watering can out, I don't see the prompt. But if I have empty hands or if I have their food, there's the prompt. After you beat temples, you're going to get Luma eggs, and there are, I think, a couple other ways to get them. But you're going to need to get the blueprint for the incubator and for the Luma nest. You're going to buy that at the blueprint shop. And then you are going to have to craft your Luma life using these spirits that you get through various activities. And then you're going to put your Luma life and the egg in the incubator. and that's where your Luma will be born. Now, once it's born, you're not going to see it unless, number one, you can put it in your pocket. You get one active Luma slot right here. So this is my active Luma. This is my companion Luma. This is the one who will help me find treasure. If you don't want that, you just take it out of that slot. But if you want to see your Luma running around and you don't know why you're not seeing them, you need to build them these nests. And once you buy the blueprints, the nests will be right here. There's your incubator. And then you have 3 different size nests currently in the game, the small, the medium, and the large. That one holds 2. That's the small. And then I believe this is the medium. I don't think I have the large one out yet. And I still have room for more. 15 Lumas currently in the game. I only have about half of them, but you're going to need a Luma nest to get them running around here. Now let's say you don't want the Luma running around anymore. I have my net out. Here's the little worm guy. I'm just going to catch him. So now he's in my pocket. I'm not going to see him running around. If you wanted to move him somewhere, like I have another Luma nest out here. So if I wanted to put him out here, I wanted him kind of hanging out over here. There he is. So that's how you're going to move them around. And also with this same method of the net, and it probably won't work because it's nighttime, but if you have your animals, your chickens, your goats, or whatever, and you have one escape out here, all you have to do is use your net and it will put your, let's see if we can try it on the cow here. I don't think so. Oh, it did work. So I then can take my cow if you need to move it, or if it's not in your fenced area. Sometimes they get out, I don't know how, but then you can just put it back there. Accidentally took my little lizard in there as well. So I'm gonna have to put him back here. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I had 2. Tip number 12, quick traveling. Currently, there are 2 different ways to quick travel that I know, and if you know more, please leave them in the comments. Number 1 is going to be in the houses. So I currently have 2 additional houses unlocked. This is the cottage, and then on the left is the villa. You can go down in the basement, and from here, you can teleport straight into the forest. Bam, there you are in the forest. It's going to put you right about center of the map here. And then to go back to your farm, you can use this little portal. And now you're back on the farm. And if you want to go to the mountain quickly or the forest, come inside your villa, go down in the basement. And now you have 2 portals. The left one is going to take you to the forest and the right one to the mountains. And we almost are going to get plowed by a snowball here. The other way you can teleport is through transportation decoration. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. If you look in your blueprints here, once you find certain books, that maybe it's just one book, that gives you these bicycles and you have cars, and a little scooter here, craft those. And I've only found it to work with these vehicles. And then it will send you to town, right by the town hall. Now, the only bummer here is I don't know of a portal back home, but it's a fast way to the center of town if you want it. Tip number 13, the biomes. There are 4. Let me show you where to find them. Biome number 1 is the farm, and you all know where that one is. The forest biome, it even shows you on this sign, has a little tree. It's easy to miss. It's right there by the anvil shop. Just hang a right. You're going to have to repair this bridge first, but there's even another sign right here, and then you're just going to walk over, and that will take you to the forest. The mountain biome you're going to find in your town directly behind this little shop here, and it's going to be at the cable car. And for the jungle, you're going to need to repair this little boat that is right here on your farm, and that will take you to the jungle. Tip number 14, secret cave exits. As far as I know, every cave in the game has a secret exit, and that's usually where you're going to find a book, something special, or both. What you need to do, unless you want to watch cheat videos, and because there is currently no compass in the game, you need to pop open your map, see what direction you are currently facing. Right now, it's east for me. Pick a direction and try to go straight in that direction as much as you can until you hit the wall of the cave. So we're going to go east here. This is the mountain cave, by the way. And once you reach the wall of the cave, pick a direction and go left or right until you find a secret exit. And there might be more than one, I don't know. But let's go this way. And I've already been here, so I just happen to know here is where the exit is. And right here is where I found a book and a treasure chest. And until they add a compass to the game, and I have heard rumors that there is one coming, you can use the torches, and that can help you guide your way and try to make sure you are going the right direction. And then also just keep popping open your map. And see, now I can follow my torches like little breadcrumbs and get back to the other side of the cave. Tip number 15, and this is pretty self-explanatory, but explore and hoard. Explore everywhere, because as you know, this game loves to hide things. For example, try digging into this thicket of trees here, because you often will find puzzles. There might be something hidden back there. And also explore using your camera angles. Look all around, because even on the mountain areas, look at this. Sometimes you'll find paths that go down. There's another one over there, and actually I believe there was a treasure chest way down there. But use your camera angles to try to find a path to get somewhere. It looks like there's another spot down by that waterfall down there. Kind of helps you plan your route. And to go along with exploring is hoarding. Your inventory is limitless. It just keeps stacking up. It does make it a little bit difficult to move things to your hotbar, especially if you're on controller like I am, but hoard everything because you'll need it or you can sell it. And it usually will tell you in here if it's something you need for crafting. This one is a currency. This one says to sell. And usually if I just have one or two of something, I'm not going to sell it because I don't want to find out later that I'm going to need it. But it will tell you the use in your inventory. Just get everything you can. You're going to want it. Tip number 16, multiplayer. Other than sending someone a Steam invite to join you in game, you're going to want to pop open your menu, go down to multiplayer, and then you're going to want to, you can put it on all friends here, or you can put it on private party. But I have found I have to do this every game in order for people to be able to join me without an invite. Also, currently in game, there is no way to communicate unless you use Discord or something. There's no voice chat, no text chat. You can use emotes. It's left trigger for me on controller, and I think it's tab. Yeah, it's tab here on keyboard. And then if I hold down my left trigger, I can choose a different emote. And it's kind of annoying to use that to communicate, but there's a wave one, so we can wave at somebody. But there is a little bit of communication if you don't have Discord. I don't know if they'll add text chat. That would help a lot for people on keyboard. And I don't think they'll ever add voice chat, but you never know. So those are some tips about multiplayer. Oh crap, the bear again. And on that note, I think we're going to end it. I hope you have found these Luma Island tips and tricks helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any tips that I did not include here. That would be helpful. I would love learning about those because I am sure that I left some out and there are some that I don't know. As always, if you don't want to miss out on the latest in chill and cozy games, please consider subscribing, and I thank you for watching.